Audio. Okay, audio work. And now audio from the game. That. Uh, test. Okay, I assume that works. Filters. Not. Let me check that. Let me check something quickly. What I'm doing, but it's Okay, there is something strange happening with YouTube. With my new setup based on OpenWRT, or I don't know. I have to troubleshoot it after the stream. Let me trim audio because I think it's a little bit too loud. And here. And here. Here. Okay, I think I need to pump it here as well. Test. Push a little bit here. Test. Okay, I think that's supposed to be working now. Maybe I'll double check instead of guessing. Check. Why would we know what's test. Test. Okay, maybe I'll keep it this way. I hope there will be no clipping. A little bit louder here. Wait. Okay, that's a bad idea. Test. A little bit louder here. Okay, I think I'll double check after the stream whether everything works just fine. Okay, so I moved that. Okay. Okay, my mouth isn't shown. Okay, I think that's supposed to work. Okay, so we are starting Pathologic Classic version. Here's the settings I set. I played Pathologic 2, so I already knows about bits of the plot, but I heard that regarding the mechanics it works a little bit different. Also, there are two other main characters here, so probably I'll start from either of both of them, either one of them, and yeah, can I show somehow the intro scene, because game is showing it just after starting the game, without even pressing new game. I don't have idea. Maybe I'll try to restart the game. I hope stream will be showing it just fine. Let me try again. Here, play. Two. It's executing. And There is nothing on the... I really would love to show that. Maybe with something here. Oh, great. So I think we will be prepared. This game doesn't have borderless window version, so every time I want to check something.
Allow me to remind you that an epidemic of unknown origin has already eradicated a few genuinely distinctive towns in the northern part of the country. The cause and circumstances of these tragic events remain uncertain. There is a lot that we cannot explain yet. It appears as though the plague has a mind of its own, as if it is driven by some irrepressible will. Why else has no one managed to fight it successfully? Why does it target the most precious aspects of our existence? The sand plague picks its victims fastidiously, and the same principle always draws it back to whoever tries to oppose it. Surprisingly, we've yet to hear a single word from the powers that be.
Okay, I don't recall powers to be, whatever that is. Okay, girl with the shovel, looking somewhere, far away. Okay. I think those are the children. Oh, I remember. But okay, to do not spoil anything, I'll keep that knowledge to myself. Okay, I'll try to avoid telling anything I know. And try to focus on what's going on in this game. Okay. I think we didn't miss much from the intro. But it's good we saw that new game.
So, it's all about trickery to you? Wherever have you come from?
No. I detest trickery, but if we...
Wait, maybe there is some subtitles. Okay. For some reason, cursor is not bound to the window, so I can move it by mistake when playing the game. So that's not the situation I would want to have. Okay, I think no. Okay, there is neither subtitles, not bounding the. Okay, we will manage it somehow. I think it's not that much of a problem. Okay, I think we can manage this. Okay, I'm still rambling about the technical aspects. Let's focus on the game.
Ourselves are to suffer deception. Our hands are no longer tied. Where are we?
Well, the muscular contraction is there. Means you're already inside of him.
One more thing, I did simple bump up audio because I'm afraid it will be much hearable Okay, let me trim audio as well. Music volume a little bit lower. Hope so. Okay, let's try now.
Must be one of the ventricles, right here.
What a silly place. It's stuffed. So it's not real for now? I don't think it has started yet.
Does it matter what it's made of? It's definitely struggling. We need to perform sectio transversalis. Cut the wall. There's no other way out. What else?
Oh. Come on. Don't do it. Okay. Let's hear them.
It's all about trickery to you? Wherever have you come from?
No. I detest trickery. But if we ourselves are to suffer deception, our hands are no longer tied. Where are we?
Well, the muscular contraction is there. Means you're already inside of him. This must be one of the ventricles, right here.
What a silly place. It's stuffed. So it's not real for now? I don't think it has started yet.
Does it matter what it's made of? It's definitely struggling. We need to perform sectio transversalis. Cut the wall. There's no other way out. What else is there to do?
I know what to do. Those who favor hard logic and direct action are bound to be misguided. Only a miracle can set us free without us having to destroy something. And I can do miracles. Just let me.
Will you please be quiet? You're a liar and a thief. Who is going to believe you when you keep lying to yourself? The truth is my shepherd. Whatever happens, I will find answers, and justice will be restored. I will perform the operation. Medica morbo adhibe.
Don't you go all bossy on me, clever clogs. You will act justly, but your justice will blind you and become his demise. This calls for the gentle hand of a surgeon. Step aside, both of you.
Your gentle hands are used to killing, not giving life. You will inevitably do harm. As for Brainy, he has no regard for casualties at all. Neither of you knows compassion.
Yes, it seems unlikely that we'll get along well, but there's only one truth.
Any choice is right as long as it's willed. That's the truth of the matter.
Only the heart will show you the right choice. Stop thinking about yourselves. Think of the sick. He's in pain. I can't see it yet, but I can feel it.
It's not even a trap. It's a grave. Subipsum funis sumus. Can't say I hold a soft spot for it.
I can see that. You're full of hate. Stuffed or not, it's breathing. I can hear it. It can be healed rather than killed.
You mean you won't become a killer? But you will. Mark my word, that's exactly what will happen. But I can avoid it.
No, we won't ever get along. I suggest we be on our way. The sooner the better.
Off we go then?
Let's go. The clock is ticking.
Okay. Oh. So there is girl who believes in magic, let's say. There is doctor. And there is, I don't know how to name it, basic, with the information we've got, but he sounds a little bit like as a muscle man, but yeah, it's not that. Let me check one more thing. Okay, quick save. Bachelor. The history of humanity witnessed a number of catastrophes that have demonstrated without a shadow of a doubt the pettiness of human achievement and the triumph of the miserable evil. So what would... History... Okay. Outbreaks of infectious diseases that have from time to time wiped towns and cities off the map are undoubtedly among these. However smart and virtuous, the people caught up in these destructive events have repeatedly come to the conclusion that it's no use trying to fight these circumstances. The best you can do is bite the bullet and cope with your losses. This is the story of a person who managed to work a miracle and defeat a seemingly unvanquishable foe. Okay. Bachelor. So it seems he's science guy. That would fit whatever I remember. Horuspex. How do they call upon them Menku, the faithful of Wonderkin? Know by their hand, for they are butchers, known by their eyes, for they are surgeons. They who follow the lines, who are the leaders of the kin. They who speak the adurgs. They who know the secret art of haruspicy. What is Haruspex? Reading the future in the entrails, he knows that the body bears semblance of the universe. His scalpel follows the lines of the body. His steps follow the lines of his kin fortune. A Haruspex that can tell a true line from the false one is entrusted with power. A Haruspex who is confused by his path gets buried into deep black flesh of the earth. This is a story of a person who avoided the contradiction, eager to rip a doomed life apart, masterfully fulfilling his true purpose in the process. So, okay, he's a doctor who has background being from the line of how call them? Ancient members of the land. Changeling. The character is only unlocked after you finish the Bachelor or the Haruspex storyline. Okay, so I think I keep with the Bachelor because more or less I remember this path, so I want to choose another one. Let's start.
Daniil Dankovsky, a Bachelor of Medicine, was brought here by circumstances most unfortunate. Dankovsky's life work, his theory challenging the existing notions of human mortality, is being harshly persecuted by the powers that be. Suddenly, a letter arrives from a colleague suggesting that there is previous undiscovered evidence which may support Dankovsky's claims. There is a settlement, the letter says, ruled by an extraordinary man who may well be seen as objective proof of Dankovsky's daring hypothesis. Grasping at straws of hope, Dankovsky decides to follow what he believes to be the sign of divine providence. Without further ado, he sets off for the settlement. Late at night, Bachelor arrives in the town. As he seeks room and board, he gets to know a girl called Eva Yan and stays at her place till dawn.
Okay. There is house. There is sleeping person, probably us. Nice bag. to 10. Guy in a coat with stylish hair. I got my tea prepared. Okay, so it's showdown of actors in the game. Knock knock. Game? Game. What's up? I don't like it. Okay, let's restart and start again.
So, it's all about trickery to you? Wherever have
Let's
you
hope
come
it
from?
will start just fine now.
No, I detest trickery. But if we ourselves are to suffer deception, our hands are no longer tied.
Daniil Dankovsky.
And okay, great. As of today, my mission remains obscure. The examination of Simon K., who is rumored to be a man of incredible longevity, may shake the very foundation of modern Tantology and challenge the existent notion of death itself. However, even if this undying Leviathan proves to be more than a fairy tale, the mere confirmation of his existence won't suffice to prevent the powers that be from shutting our laboratory down. I need to figure out the most fruitful approach. Simon is a well-respected man, and if he mistakes my interests for effrontery, it will be impossible to convince him to help me break new ground in the field of human vitality. Okay, so we are going to meet him. Today's quest, other tasks. Simon Kane. Day 1, by the end of which the Bachelor finds himself battling a truly unvanquishable foe. Okay. Painkiller. Painkiller. Immunity booster. Help recovery. Okay. Water. And kerosene. Okay. Okay, that's probably some safe house. And we are keeping items here. So you are the person from the intro, and there's broken glass.
I had a feeling you would come.
Did the sound of the outside wake you up too? There was a terrible groan, and something snapped loudly. I fell asleep so quickly I didn't even notice. I think there are strangers in the backyard by the pond. They are unlikely to be playing mischief, but I have a bad feeling about this. I'm afraid to go out to them. I hope they go away soon and stop disturbing our sleep. Why do you think they aren't playing anything foul? Our population is so thin, crime is basically non-existent, especially here in the stone yard. Something there are pranks, of course, fights happens occasionally. People are young here, so they often go out at night, but we are a tight community and now I hear unfamiliar speech. That's not a good sound. I'll go out and take a look, but I'm in a hurry. I must see things. Founding father of yours. This Simon. Are you willing to trade the company of a fascinated woman for that of a dreadful old man? Even if he's sorcerer. I think you are... I think you are full of yourself. That's so sad, but Simon won't go anywhere. He has always been, and he always will be. Even if the moon were to fall to the ground. Please stay with me a little longer. Couldn't even imagine the hospitality here. Okay, maybe not. Simon is a sorcerer. Did I hear you right? Is that the secret of his longevity? Are you in that much of a hurry? Do come round. The Canes are asleep now. They take your knockabout coat off. Take a rest in my bed. Let me warm your hands. You are so anxious about to see Simon, as though your life depends on it. My life, yes. Now that my laboratory is on the brink of destruction, my whole life's pursuit depends on that remarkable man. If he has really managed to live that long, then his tissues will help me defeat death. Death, so that's the enemy you've chosen for yourself. Isn't it hard? I don't think anyone has managed to defeat that evil yet. At least we can try. Millions of doctors defeated it on certain singular occasions. But my enemy is far more fearsome. If if it death it's Sam rather than a singular case of death. I don't understand. I can barely understand it myself. Could death only seem inevitable to us, but in reality be nothing more than a whim of the will that had shaped the world? That is the question. So where is the key to my victory? It's not far. The Canes live at the Crucible on the Bridge Square. But please, I offer you a piece of advice. Okay. That's right. Go on. Simon has 2 younger brothers. The eldest of 2, Georgie, is called the judge by the locals. Visit me first. He isn't asleep. He'll teach you how to speak with Simon. The youngest of 3, Victor, the youngest of the 3 is Victor. His daughter, Maria, also wanted to see you. It's probably important. What is she who knew about my arrival beforehand? What is she? Yes, she told me about it privately. Talking to her is no simple task. Maria is that kind of person. She put on airs, but that's just how the Canes are. It was Maria who told me that she would help you defeat death. The precise wording. What a coincidence. Alright, thank you for your advice. And go on and prepare everything and I'll prepare everything for your return. Do come back when you speak to the Canes. They will probably do a lot of things that will puzzle you and put you on guard. I will have some advice that may be of help to you if you need it. Okay, I'll come back. Okay, so why not? Okay. So Simon Kane, the man of improper longevity, is waiting for me here. The mysterious Maria. This is where we are. And where is a judge who wanted to meet us? Town theater. Town hall. There is nowhere the judge house. I wonder what I'm supposed to do with that knowledge. If anything. Cathedral. Okay. Okay, great. I pressed right button and I escaped to the desktop. Okay, that's how we... Maybe I'll simply check the configs instead of trying my... Use, jump, torch, block finder, whatever it is. Attack, alternative attack. Show hand, sneak, reload, inventory, map, diary, letters, character status, list of bound. I hope there will be some interface for all that because I'm not sure I want to remember all of this.
It's so quiet around now.
Okay, so I think okay, so I think I need to remember all of that, so give me a moment, I'll write it down. What's the most important? F torch, V plug, finder, This reload is quite obvious. Inventory. Okay, it also quite obvious. Q, diary. Letters. L. Character status. A list of bound, whatever that is. And toggle weapon. X. Okay. So go. This is this. That's this. That's that. And that's that. Is there anything that... Okay, list of bounds.
I'm having chest pain.
Go to the doctor. I don't know how this toggle weapon works.
We sometimes differ more widely from ourselves
Girl.
than we do from others.
Cardio. Not. Okay, it seems... Can I hotkey this? Okay, so... Okay.
I've seen the angel
Girl,
of death by
I
the
want
window.
to read. You are... Oh, maybe I'll simply quit before trying to read, because I don't think she will give me a room to read. Okay. Isidore Buraka message. My dear Bachelor Dankowski, it was most disconcerting to learn that the powers that be have the intention of shutting down the laboratory that owes its fame largely to your own research in the field of pathology. Is it true that your detraction have branched your studies scientifically stillborn? Rejoice, Bachelor, for there is an observable case that would quell the obscurants that reject the research of death, aging, and necrosis as a subject that lacks academic viability. Okay, so we are on par to being invincible. This case, were you to document it, would go a long way towards restoring your reputation as a scholar. The subject in question is Simon Kane, who has ruled the town where I live for as long as I can remember. The man's longevity transcends the boundaries of what is possible. It's the phenomenal, no less, and I struggle to give an explanation of it with what scientific means I have at my disposal. Make no delay. There is a sensational discovery to be made here, a breakthrough that will not only save your laboratory studies and greatly increase your scientific renown. Your humble servant and faithful colleague, Isidore Buraka. Yes, I spoke to Simon on your behalf and he has kindly agreed to facilitate your effort. Daring ideas and far-fetched projects that traditionally very well respected in our neck of the woods. Okay, so we got agreement from the Simon to go and ask him a few questions. So I think so far so good. Now time for TC. Facilitate your effort. Okay. Hello. Who are you? Venerable Bachelor, please be so kind as to linger for a minute. This conversation won't make too much of your time, especially since time stops during dialogues, at least during the important ones, and our dialogue is extremely important. You need to know how to play after all, don't you? Play? What are you talking about, masked man? I'm neither a gambler nor an actor. Of course you aren't. You are a living, breathing man, as is evidence from your conditions and statuses. You experience hunger, thirst, and fatigue. You suffer from pain, wounds, and diseases. You are so lifelike. You have to eat, drink, sleep, and rest, and to make mistakes. The latter being the most definite of my human nature, wouldn't you agree? If I may, I would like to point out just how important it is to keep an eye on your condition. If you get dizzy or unnatural sluggish, do have it checked up. Vital processes tend to run faster during emergencies than in everyday life. I knew a person who died of stress but was diagnosed with starvation. Okay, I think that can happen. It happens, I can testify to that as a doctor. Need I remind a wise man like you of the fact that hunger is sated with food. Food can be found in the shops, and shops can be found in ordinary houses that are marked with specific signs. Sleep, however, is more complicated. People who only sleep in beds and only in private residence around here. I'm sorry, but that's just how our world is. Yeah, the world is unjust. And quite silly, if you forgive me for saying so. Speaking of commerce, different shops sell similar items at similar prices. Make sure you don't get cheated. People can be quite brazen around here. You can also barter with folk out in the street. Some things can be nothing more than tinker to you, but others would be willing to part with their life's blood for them. So it's bazaar capitalism, it seems. Blood? Yes, blood. It's not my place to lecture you, but if following your Hippocrates oath. Okay, I wonder if this word is somehow related to our world. But yeah, it can be simply, to put it in easier words than in describing what stands behind this oath. You ever considered easing someone's pain, feel free to just approach them with a suitable drug. You will see their pain receding before your very eyes. The sick fall asleep when they are close to recovery, do they? Or when they are close to their unlimited rest. Okay, so that's quite gruesome. Do they? Helping the hopeless will grant you a good reputation. You will be seen as a benefactor willing to part with a precious sleeping draught or a painkiller for a simple bystander. Anything else? No, not yet. Show me the way to Simon's house. Turn left now, then walk along the alley. You will see a cathedral with three mansions across Bridge Square. Simon lives in the one that is the closest to the river. Thank you. So, dear? Executor. Halt! I'm going to have to teach you about the technicalities of the setting. The time and place, it's not non-essential, but that's just how it is. The actor that has to be prepared before he goes on stage, or else he'll fall down the aisle or stumble upon the prompt box. That would look mighty silly, wouldn't you agree? Speak, I'm listening. Time flies by. It can be stopped and turned back. Nights follows days, which are then followed by nights. Don't expect anyone to wait for you. Most events can be missed. And so it will make sense for you to visit the places that you care about regularly. You'll find the people that will play major roles in your fate there. As it always has been. Indeed, still it's best to avoid hasty judgment. It's a paradox, you see. You don't try to care too much for the lives of these bound to stand out people. And don't be too dismissive of the silent crowd. Both extremes will end in tragedy. Why is that? This word cares for your reputation, a fine and circular, crucial instrument. Your reputation changes the world you see, for it is a mirror, wouldn't you agree? And so a bad reputation can you get a lot of trouble. For example, you've got vivid imagination, everything changes from mystical aspect of mundane things like the people you need treat you badly. How many enemies you've got. However high the price rises. How bad your dreams are, lots of things. Sorry, prospect. So how do I maintain my reputation? Really? How is that even a question? Same as anywhere. Thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not lie, thou shalt not betray. Do not steal, do not convict, don't be an asshole. Don't get caught. The rules are the same everywhere. A truly selfish deed, like risking something for thy neighbor or even a person who lives quite far away, can help in a dire situation. I see. Really? Good for you then. As for me, I can see anything in this mask. I can see. I have no idea what's going on. Anyway, don't get too worked up about human lives. And don't put too much stock into another words, mine included. He who trusts everyone is asking to be deceived. Definitely. Okay. Thanks for everything. But I'm going my way. Still, I hoped I will meet the judge somewhere. It seems. Wait. For this time, I think my thieves are separated. Isn't it? Okay. It happens. Okay. Hey everyone, I got separated thieves. And you? I hope so, because otherwise it must be horrible condition. Let's go back to the game. Okay. Game is a little bit struggling. I wonder why. It's not that. Maybe I'll limit the field of view. Hey. What's going on, game? Okay. I check it for the next time. Okay, this is Cathedral. It looks quite poetic. And you... Okay. Young lady. I think she doesn't look alike. I think I can help you with? No, thank you. Okay, that was quite Okay, here's the victor, the judge. So maybe we'll try first here. Hello, how are you? Why she doesn't have fixed her dress? Yo. Okay, no more questions.
There's buzzing in my ears.
The famous Dr. Dankowski, your arrival is a great honors to us. Victor Kane at your service. Daniel Dankowski at yours. I foresee that the things that have become ordinary for us will probably make you feel uncomfortable and disturbed. I would like to compensate for that impression. You know, our small community has fallen out of the loop. The time leaves us behind. What do you mean? I mean the traditions, games that we play with passion will most likely be of no interest of you. The people you meet here may seem eccentric, naive, or even somehow deranged. Please take it easy on us. Don't judge us too strictly. I don't plan to be, you know, feel mean to you. Or, I hope we will be able to work in the atmosphere of mutual trust. Okay, that's better.
It's like something is pulling my strings.
Gregory is waiting for you, my friend. He has news for you that you'll find surprising. I only ask for one thing. Don't be too quick to reject his request. What does he want from me? He will explain it better himself. We put too many hopes in your arrival. The echo of these hopes he has led him to offer you a rather intricate conundrum to solve. Conundrum. I mean, I guess that's something synonym of quest. What is it? It's not exactly in your line of work, and yet, if we are to believe a certain source, which we deem quite trustworthy, it appears that you are the only person that can help our family. The reward will be fitting, of course. Alright, I'll speak to Gregory. I can't get your anything that belongs to you. Okay, can I? Okay, 7 o'clock. Maybe I'm supposed to be. Okay, how? Quick save. Okay, so quick save works. Okay, there is 2 rotating save slots. So I think I'm supposed to put that much effort to save in manually every time, because otherwise I can expect situation that I would avoid moving forward. Okay, so in the corner there was something that wasn't explained. Healthy immunity, hunger, exhaustion, infection, reputation. Okay. He looks quite menacing, like, I don't know, this character from shonen anime, which is cool and anything, and he always stays back from the problem, but when it happens, it comes and rescue everyone. Okay, another broken glass. Okay.
I think I'm the Saburovs wait
Okay,
is over.
I think your
They've always wanted an
choice of
heir.
clothes is... Okay, I didn't expect that. You resemble an adventurer rather than a doctor. How is it that you know me? I saw you and dream. Don't flatter yourself. My desires have nothing to do with that. With what? I simply saw you take us all by the throat. That doesn't sound anything, people who do not know each other. Okay, full stop. Maria Kaina. What else did you see in that dream? I tell you when I think I can trust you. You are an arrogant girl, aren't you?
Why can't I move on my own?
Listen, girl, you got 2 legs. You are just lazy now. I have a lot to tell you, Bachelor Dankowski, but I dare not, until you meet my Uncle Gregory. Otherwise, he'll rip my tongue out of disclosing a secret. Some strict morals your family has. They make much more sense than you may think. It's not a game, is it? For all that is holy, do speak to my uncle, and then come back to me. Otherwise, the excruciating anticipation will tear my heart to pieces. Where's your uncle now? Close at hand, just next door. Go to the wing that's closer to the rim. Its roof is shaped like a crown. I'll be back soon. Oh, weapon. Can I pick it? I can't. What a pity. Going there. So. Okay, so wait. That's her house. That's Victor's house. And there is Simon and... Okay, so we don't know where Simon lives, but he's here. Okay. Nice flowers. Looks like sliced tomato. Can I meet... Wait. Okay. Wait, maybe differently. I'll save the game, and you are...
The town
Gregory,
will meet
okay.
its death at the hand of Simon's murderer. That much is certain.
Let me check something. Okay, I need to eat something because I'm starving, so that's that. I leave it like this. Okay, I'm back. I found some interesting idea. Because when was latest CPPCon? I need to check. Okay, CPPCon is in October. But I still didn't watch material from CPPCon 2022. So maybe I would pull off guerrilla stream tomorrow. I would watch at least few of them. Okay, let's continue game. Most venerable doctor, it is with great impatience that we have been expecting you. You need not delve into the minutiae of your business with us, since our family is well acquaintance with your scholarly work. Okay, I need to halt a little bit for now because I forgot, because my tea is because I had to redo my tea and I don't have anything to drink, and I think after reading so much I will dry pretty quickly, so I need to prepare maybe some water. Give me a minute. Hello, I'm back. But my model isn't. Okay. For the third time. Most venerable doctor, it is with great impatience that we have been expecting you. You do not delve into the minutiae of your business with us, since our families were acquainted with your scholarly work. We are also quite aware of the difficulties you were expecting, and we well prepared to do our utmost to support you. It hurts me all the more to be the one to inform you that Simon, my consanguineous brother, the creator, keeper, and embodiment of all this that surrounded us, has been murdered. Okay. Damn it, what did it have to happen just before I arrived? Right as I found the chance to prevail. Precisely. Why did it have to happen just before your arrival? Are you asking yourself the same question? I hope you don't see any connection between my arrival and the murder. In fact, I do see a connection. However, do not mistake it for a thought that it was you who murdered him. What do you know? My brother was murdered last night under strange strangest of circumstances, but for all the mystery surrounding his death, I'd rather eschew the notion that his departure was connected with whoever had visited Simon that evening. The visitor is a man of laudable rectitude and an old friend of our family. There are witnesses to testify that he and Simon did nothing but converse. Who was the visitor? Someone someone you know quite well. The man whom my brother saw last night was your colleague, Isidore Burak. Was he not the very person to advise you to come here as well? Yes. Isidore has done more than he thinks. I have a lingering feeling that the time itself is using unconstitutable powers to further its own intentions. What do you think? Categories like time, nature, and fate deprive man of responsibility for what goes on around him. I was taught to avoid this worldview. Okay, that's quite a bold statement, because I believe nature, time, and fate, maybe fate is quite vague, but time and nature can impact our life. Okay. It could be that my mind is clouded by sorrow, but I cannot escape the feeling that your arrival was no coincidence. Your choice was made for you, my dear doctor. Let us not blame fate for it. Isidore wrote to you without making us aware. He took a risk that could have displeased our family. Really? Even though we were uncertain of when you would arrive, my brother was looking forward to meeting you. Their tragedy may have been consequences of the action he took in preparation for your arrival. Someone has taken a powerful piece from the chessboard, a piece upon which your position has here dependent. It is doubly regrettable that Simon was playing on your side. Okay. So you presume the queen knew of the blow and sacrificed itself for a pawn, but why? To grant you victory over death. Was it not your ultimate aspiration? To help you. Simon seems to have played a very dangerous game. Fate itself. He went out on his way to provide you with a body of evidence. How did he do? What he did do? It is of no importance to me what exactly he did. He took murder leap for the stars and paid a terrible price for it. I repeat, he was murdered. The subject of importance here is the identity of the murderer. Everything he goes to rack and ruin. I wish I could take vengeance upon the person who ripped the life from this man. Do you want to help us, Doctor? Find the murderer for us? My brother Victor, who is in the wing next door, will share some of these thoughts on the matter. Help us and the reward will not disappoint you. Indeed, it seems there are too many coincidences. Your brother's murder can just as well be called the murder of Bachelor Dankowski. I will help you in every way I can. I am convinced that if there is anyone at all that can help us solve the puzzle, then it's you. This mission calls for someone as astute and inventive as yourself. If Isidore was an instrument of fate, then Simon's murder is a message that fate indeed intended for you personally. Do you think I am inclined to blame you for that? I'm not. How do you plan to look for the murderer? We will take our own measures. The only thing that I expect from you is to be yourself. Do only what you think is required. Whatever you find out, whatever you do, whatever your day turns into. Everything is a clue to the solution of this puzzle. I repeat, everything that is happening here is happening on your account. Fine. I'm fine with your course of action. Okay, so let's go to Simon. At least whatever is with him, stayed with him. Okay, it's early morning. Okay, what's that? Okay, keep your secrets. I assume that's money. They weren't... Or it's not money? There's no secondary doors? Okay, there seems to not to be. Hello.
Who is it walking upstairs?
How can I help you? Gregory has told me everything, which is say he told me very little, but it was enough to astound me. He maintains that you can provide a more detailed account. So you have agreed to help us. May I ask why? The killer goal seems to align astonishingly well with the goals of those who've been waging war against my work for years. I'm prepared to answer any question you may have. When was Simon last seen? He sent Isidore home, then an hour later he came to this hall to see us. He announced his plans to withdraw to the Focus and receive no one. He told us not to approach the Focus and to fast for a week, partaking of neither meat nor water. Okay, I think without water it will be quite hard to stay. Then in the morning he was found dead. Why no meat or water? Our explanation is that he wanted to be mourned beforehand, as is the custom with the local people. This is very like him. So he knew in advance that he will die. I think, between me and you, that this is precisely what my brother Gregory fears. I can say nothing more about that. How was the body discovered? The servants discovered him in the morning. The room has been ransacked. Everything that was breakable had been broken. His disfigured, contorted body bore signs of terrible suffering. His neck was twisted, his spine broken. I think no one has touched his body. It is currently inside the Focus, and will remain there for a prescribed amount of time. What's this Focus place? It's hard to explain. It's his study, if you will. An extraordinary, spacious, creative laboratory, almost perfect, sealed off, except for the door that was visible at all times, metaphorically speaking. I don't understand. Me either. It's like an equation or a mirror puzzle. Anyway, the murderer could not have been hiding there. Take my word for it. Well, Simon did get it in there somehow. He could perform far more impressive feats. There's a reason why the whole town reversed him. Reverse. Tell me honestly, dear Victor, did Simon exist at all? Bravo, Doctor. There is indeed a spark of genius to you. Alas, yes, he did. Alas. It's not that I would benefit from his death, alas, for that would be too simple and for an explanation. Simon well and truly did exist. That is exactly what left anyone in disarray. It was so hard for them to accept his existence that the thought of his demise is now driving them mad. It was hard for them to accept his existence, that the thought of his demise is now driving them mad. You are all his hearers. Wouldn't you all benefit from his death? Didn't the old man rather overstay his welcome in the world? His death is challenge to our continued existence. We are neither insane or suicidal. What do you expect? Just take a look around. Trust your intuition. Do whatever you like. Speak to whoever you feel you need to. Look for a murderer, doctor, and you'll find them. Keep looking till the last breath. I'm sure your rational thinking will help you. Alright, who amongst the townfolk can help me with this? My daughter will advise you better there. Her name is Maria. For several days she's been obsessed with some design. This is someone related to your arrival. Yes, don't be surprised. She knew beforehand that you were coming. I'll find explanation for everything that's going on here eventually. Really? That's good. Anyway, Maria believes that the several bound people will play a special role in your fate. Before you leave this place, or of course, perhaps it is them who should ask for your help first. First, I'll seek help for my dear colleague, Isidore Burak. Where does he live? I show you, but you must be careful. Simon's murderer, whoever they are, could not be ordinary person. I can't imagine them even being a person. I could only see fate, wearing a guise of the mysterious monster. I will be careful. Okay, so Isidore Burak is here. And okay, let's go to Maria. I need to pour some water. Okay. In pursuit of a killer, to find out who killed the immortal Simon Kane, the dead man's own family may not want it more than I do. I have an abiding desire to punish the murderer, to eradicate them, no matter if they were acting on their own account, or at the behest of the powers that be. Whoever they are, they picked the moment far too well. My gentle associate, my selfless advisor, Isidore Burak, was the last person to see Simon Kane alive. If it wasn't for Burak's guidance, I never would have come to this backwoods domain. All the reasons to start my pursuit with him. It's time. It's early. I was checking keys. All the window, all the... I guess those are mirrors more than windows. Or the mirrors are broken here?
Great souls are not those who have fewer passions and more virtues than the common, but those only who have greater designs.
Okay, girl. Now, listen closely. The time for your collusion, secrets, and alliances come. I'm going to ask for something of you. I'm not used to that. I'm used to holding the reins, but you are not harnessed. So it will be unacceptable to address you in this matter. I find solace in the fact that my request will be welcome with you. It fits the style of your venture. I'm not an adventurer, and my job is no venture. I hope never become one. I apologize if my words come across as mangled and silly. I'm truly not used to asking, but the nature of my request demands complete and selfless humility. Just imagine me begging and kneeling, and believe me, I do feel that way. You do not have to. No need to kneel. What did you want to talk about? Today's death was the first, but it won't be the last. Simon has opened the score of irreplaceable victims. Soon, their number... I think I should fix the microphone a little bit. Soon the number will multiply, and I beg you to preserve the lives. And you to preserve the lives of several people when the lines of their fortune cross yours. Before any of them dies, there will be a moment when you will be able to intervene. I know that for a fact. Who are these people? That doesn't matter. What was designed to happen will happen. You can be whatever you want to be, but not a coward choosing to hear no evil and run away from reality. I will give you a list of those I know of. These people are bound to you. Bound? There is a tight spring of power within each of these people. Each of them can break the routine of human existence and become something greater. They are standing on the verge of their humanity, gazing into the realm where they could serve a different, higher purpose, without even knowing it. Moreover, they are bound to make the leap, in one way or another. That's why we call them simply the bound. But how is their fate bound to me? Did you say my victory depends on them? How? I don't know. I am not a mistress yet. The future is not as clear to me as I would prefer, but I can feel the present. I can already distinguish a dubious guess from the pulse of the precise knowledge, devoid of words and images. These people are bound to you. Your lives are connected. I wouldn't have asked you to take care of them otherwise. Are you clairvoyant or something? Yes, you haven't been told, have you? I didn't even cross my mind that someone may be unaware of my abilities. No one here dares doubt them, for they are evident. Yes, the mistress of every ruling house possesses special abilities. I am learning to see the future and transform the present. Forgive me, but I don't believe in this type of phenomenon. Will you comply with my request? Will you save the lives of the people I named to you? Answer me, before going back to Eva. How do you know that Eva asked me to come back? I know Eva. She was to safeguard you from my nocturnal intrigues, doesn't she? She strives to touch the mysteries of our family, to learn the game we are playing. Well, talk to her. Perhaps you will manage to uncover some bits and pieces of the Kane's dark conspiracy against humanity. But you haven't given me an answer. What will it be? I will do as you ask, Maria. My honor beats me to. No. No, I don't want to bind myself with an unnecessary promise. Okay. Whatever happens, these people must live. Their fates are bound to mine. They may well hold the keys to my victory in their hands. Anything more?
The Saburovs' wait is over.
Okay.
They've always wanted an heir.
We, the Kanes, have always been out of touch with mundane reality, but we are driven by love. Love can be furious, funny, and blind. Blah, 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 blah. What if I do take off the responsibility for this fated? I don't want to talk to her. What now? Okay, so because it's quite far away, I hope there will be some speed travel. Hello. There is something in particular we feel the urge to warn you about. When you speak to the bound, please choose your words carefully. Do not worry, you will easily be able to make out what kind of person is standing before you. An observant man that you are. Do use that skill when dealing with the bound. Some of them are indeed worth insulting, where others need to be treated with utmost respect. Gideon. If I ever engage in conversation with someone, it won't be for personal gain. Each conversation will bring you a small profit, depending on the outcome, of course. Depending on the outcome, every line you utter will have consequences. News spreads rapidly around here. If you spoil your reputation in one place, you have to reap what you have sown in another. Restore your good name in the south, and you will receive a warmer welcome in the north. They will heed every word you say, and you will be rewarded. Good. And you? The town is small and rather unexpectational, isn't it? But there are all kinds of people here. The simple folk and the more remarkable ones. The former will tell you more than they know. The latter know way more than they'd ever going to let out. Keep a close eye on them. Your victory depends on it. And who are these remarkable people? There are 20-something of them. 20-something. Okay, thanks. Quite precise. Easily distinguished by their lodgings or their presence. They're called many names: the bound, the fates, the adherents, the gobos, taglur. The town circle. Simon preferred their company to others. Why? Because it is they who decide the fate of this town. Don't be distracted by the fact that some of them look insignificant and disreputable. They will earn every word you just give the time. They are the most important joints of the town. Why are you telling me this? Water time? Each day one of them will try death by the tooth. Each will put their life at risk, and each of them that dies is important. Some of them may take the keys to the victor of the grave, Mind that the keys are yours, while the grave is theirs. Other will do the opposite. Don't waste your chance to condemn someone who may get in your way. How do you know who is helping and who gets in the way? Okay, alright. Dropping you more hints will be cheating. Shutting up now. Allow me to conclude then. Each bound will save you, will influence the final of your adventure. Each of them have their goals and motives. It may be so happen that those who seek a different ending, and then you've been warned. Do anything for anyone until you get to the bottom of what goes on here. I told him. Okay. Is there some sprint button? There is not. Let's do diving. I need to check the stability of the game before the next stream. Can I do it for you? I'd be much obliged if you help me how to get around the town. Okay. There are more than one town here. The first is called the Bull Project. The second one, the offsprings of the project, is a district. I mean the resident part itself. Not so long ago, the town also dropped anchors across the river, but I wouldn't go so far as they call that part of district too. It's just the polyandron. Tell me about the Bull Project. It's the industrial base of the town, the station, the warehouse, the works, and the abattoir all belongs to it. I wouldn't recommend going there. It's not an appropriate place for a person from the capital. It's filthy there, and the stench. I'd say it's not appropriate place for anyone at all. Didn't think about going there anyway. Say, how come such a tiny town is divided into districts? That's a curious question. Well, it is just sort of came to be that way. The Gullets and the Guzzle, the Gorncon tributaries, divided the town into three parts. Each of them consists of many separate counterparts. So maybe that's the reason. And what are those parts? The lower part, adjacent to the abattoir, is called Earth. The one between the Gullet and the Guzzle we call the knots. The triangular promotion between the Guzzle and the Gorgon is the Sunyard. Okay, let's recall. Lower part, Earth. Between Gullet and Guzzle, knots. The triangular promontory between Guzzle and Gorgon is stone. What about district names? The Sunyard consists of two districts, the Bridge Square and the Atrium, plus the Mistress Tombs, of course. Earth has four residential districts, the Skinners, the Tanners, the Hindquarters, and Crude Sprawl. In the middle... Is something wrong? I'm just not sure you need any of this. The knots have 7 districts, the spleen, marrow, chine, backbone, the flank and the gut. I don't suppose I need to go further about details. Surely the Canes will show you around. They are expecting you after all. Much obliged. Okay, something... Okay, it's a little bit too much to read aloud, so I'll give myself a little minutes spare. But this game, even for the time, I know that I think because it's not that old game, and for the time it was released, it didn't look and it didn't match even the level of common game that time. But I think, okay, game and faces doesn't look that interesting with her. The style, I think, can still look quite well and works here, I think. And music also. So even if this game doesn't look really exceptionally, and I think we could name few games from that time that still looks quite well. And this game looks like, I don't know, a little bit better than Deus Ex first one. Then still stylus can provide much, I think, reasonable way of enjoying this game. The morals and luck are a great help in managing a small community without restoring to violence. Blah, 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 blah. Who's... Oh. And I don't know who's the tailor. Okay, let's move to May. May? What's May? Eva. Alright. Eva. Girl, any other people in this town? As don't interrupt me. Have their, chimneys on fire, fire in chimneys, and you are wearing like that. I don't want to, spoil you the game, but I would recommend you.
Can you feel how rapid my heartbeat is?
Yeah, maybe because
What?
you have cold because you are wearing absolutely nothing. That ominous singing outside the window is gnawing at me. Who could be singing at a time like this? I can't hear anything. Okay, thanks.
I had a feeling.
The very little time has passed, but I feel hungry and exhausted again. Since you've decided to fight death, you will have to be very careful. It's September. You will be dying with every second, with every breath of the air. We are all dying with every second of our time. It's exactly this annoying phenomenon that I've challenged. But since you are heard of Tantika's achievements, I'm not going to waste your time monologuing. You got me wrong, but you will be dying here much faster than in the capital. Your body is wasting away, you just as fast as a boat sinks with its hold full of water, breathing in its air. Can you feel it? But why? The steppe is full of various herbs. They fill the air with dizzying vapors. White whips twere the swavery are dangerous in August and September, when herbs surrender their juices to the sun. Some people tend to get headaches this time of year. Hurt sufferers lie in the bed with pains. My heart aches too. How do you people live here? Twire is a rare herb, so usually it's bearable. But this year it's unbelievable plentiful. The elders say that it's phenomenal. Nothing like this has happened before. They think it's a bad omen. Well, I don't believe that. but the air is drowning. Okay. Plentiful twire herb. Can you feel it? Don't you feel dizzy? Yeah, the air is heavy. You need to sleep often. Never go hungry. Drink more water. You need to look about yourself properly. If you feel sick, forget everything else and go get some rest. Otherwise, you may die of a heart attack or bleeding. Be careful, alright? From both my heart and mind are strong enough. Okay, thanks. Health, hunger, exhaustion. Okay, I am good. Okay, I think it wasn't necessary to go there. Let's dump dive here. Nothing. Bottom. Great. Let's go to easy door. Here. 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 Okay. Dumpster diving. And nothing. Hey, guys, you look the same. What do you mean? I like our town. We're one big family. It's quite. I don't know. Young man. Young man. Okay. Plug finder. And bull stands for something. Check that. Chicago Bulls. It's a shop, but what kind of shop? Food shop. Bread. So, and this? Do we want... Oh, I didn't keep that. So bull is food. Okay. Let's fill the bottles. I think I never met. Yeah. And my heart is crying for my poor children. Okay, so she can fix clothes. You got a curious town here. Everyone tired of the endless construction work. Is there a lot of construction going on? Not a lot, but I cannot shrug away the feeling that the world is changing all too quickly. I'm sorry to hear that. Okay, so what happens if I will probably nothing. Okay. Town hall, maybe. Let's go to town hall. No one is here. Okay. So, I don't know if I understood it correctly. This currency, whatever it is related to simple, existing, and it's reduced by us playing, and but on the same way, it's measured to pay for things, I guess. That's my hypothesis. Now let's check how it will be resolved. Nothing. Okay, so that. Don't tell me I need to go. I need to go this way. No. This one, but door doko. Hello? I guess that's the way we should go there. Okay. What's going on? Patrolman. A full more. Let me pour water before continuing talking, because I need something to refresh my throat. A foul murder occurred here this night. No unauthorized access allowed. Inspecting the crime scene is strictly forbidden until further notice. Who was killed? Well, you are not a local, sir, so you are likely to understand the loss we suffered. Isidore Burak, a great surgeon, a benefactor to us all, and an all-around skilled dog, an outstanding man, beloved and well respected by us locals. Does it really always have to take the very best? What a full time to live in. I knew him, I'm a doctor too. Whoever killed our only dog must surely be looking to get us all killed. Isidore could cure anything. He also knew how to make cuts. Our incisions, because he was a warden. He knew the lines all right. Like I said, it all makes sense. Whoever killed Simon took Isidore's life too. And this is merely the beginning. What makes you think the two cases are connected? Well, who would have the heart to attack such men? If you had asked me yesterday, I told you no one would dare inflict such an ugly wound to this town. But if there is someone, it has to be just that one someone. Although it looks fishy if you ask me. That thing was no man. That's what I think. Explain yourself. See, the murderer's deal is so mysterious. There was a tail stuck in the victim's chest. Go ahead, bend your arm at your elbow. Good sir. Bend your arm at your elbow. Yeah, just like that. There you go. That's how long it was. Bend your arm at the elbow. Oh, okay, I get it. And that's how long it was. It broke off. There was dust on the floor, for the deceased had been a renowned step walker. The dust was all covered in hoofsteps and like traces of a sharp bone, I guess. As if someone was using a walking stick around here. I'm telling you, it's her, the Shabnak Adur, the clay man-eater. I want to inspect the building. We've been assigned to this post by Alexander, the head of Saburov family. His house is in decline right now, but it's still powerful and very much respected. For it is they that's been responsible for maintaining worldly order and publicly safety in the town since olden days. Please kindly address your concerns to him. There's the road you take, the road up, and there's a get to Cape. For me, I'm not authorized to let you in. You should have said to me from the start, but you didn't ask, to be honest. Okay, you know what? I think I stop right here because I need to check several technical stuff, and yeah, and I need to prepare somehow better for the next stream because it's quite tiring for the throat, and I need to find out how to speak for the many hours without that kind of the issue. Okay, thanks for watching and see you.